the airport has changed immensely, since I started here. When I came on board, just, for instance, there was no Terminal 4. We were building Terminal 3. And just to kind of give you an idea of how much it has changed, when I started, everything was on the west side of the airport. There was nothing on the east side of the airport. We have grown from something like, and I can't remember if this was, 8 million total passengers or 8 million in plane passengers. I think it was 8 million total passengers when I started here, and we're doing, almost 40 million passengers a year these days. Have been over 40 million passengers a year. And so from an activity standpoint, the airport is 5 times as busy as, as when I started. And that's been, kind of a fun ride to see.
Building everything that we needed to do. When I came, the Airline Deregulation Act had just been enacted, and things were beginning to show various airlines were going to come to Phoenix to do their business, which meant we had to adjust facilities and learn how to grow with the city of Phoenix as it grew at the same time. And we did all sorts of construction. We expanded Terminal 3 both north and south. We expanded Terminal 2 to the south as well. And eventually we built Terminal 4 and opened that in 1990. And probably a significant item is that opening of that terminal building, housing then America West and Southwest. Opening of Terminal 4, obviously, in 1990 was a significant milestone for the airport, for the community. It basically, when it opened, it took the pressure off everything else and allowed us to do a lot more development. We started that terminal with the idea of 2 concourses. By the time we opened it, we already had 5 concourses on it, added the 6th, and then just recently, I guess, they added the 7th. So, that's a major moment in the community.
When they were building Terminal 3, we had one of our 100-year floods, and so they were worried about the water taking over the construction site. So they had all their earth-moving equipment out there building a berm to protect the site. And then somebody realized that the site was flooding, and they had forgotten that they'd installed the storm drains out to the riverbed, and the water was coming back through the drains into the site and flooded the Terminal 3 before it was ever built.
How it's grown constantly. It never stops. And we were so pleased when we moved from the old terminal by the railroad tracks to Terminal 1 when it was finished. We thought we were just up to town. It was fantastic, beautiful terminal. So that's when we started 1, 2, 3, and 4.
Southwest came in and only had about 2 flights a day, and now look how big Southwest is. I went through all of that. During that time, we had to go outside and meet the people coming down the steps of the plane because of raining. If it was rain, we had to hold the umbrellas for them. It was so much fun, So, to look back at. But during that time, we said, wow, but we see the improvement that Sky Harbor had made